Welcome back. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are live, large, and in charge. The midday broadcast of Expresso. Thanks so much for joining us. And we're still with renowned artist Heinz Winckler as we step into the Expresso kitchen right now to prepare a recipe chosen by him himself. He is the master of this particular recipe. A classic and tasty yet simple to make Italian dish, spaghetti bolognese. Much loved on all across the world as well. And we got him in extra early before the broadcast to actually fine dice the carrots and chop the mushrooms. This is all his work. No, I'm kidding. It really isn't.
That's TV. That's TV for you.
But is this usually how you would get your ingredients ready when you're making this dish?
It's similar. I would do the carrots a little different. I like making them nice and julienne, and then chopping them up so they're very thin.
Yes.
But, yeah.
He's got the lingo ready.
The rest is cool.
Yeah. Let's get started.
Should I start?
Please, go right ahead.
Because I'm sure we don't have a lot of time.
No, not too much.
Okay, so the onions have already been cooking a little, which is cool. They've been browning nicely.
Yeah.
Then I normally add the mushrooms. These are massive mushrooms. Where do they come from?
We had to go really far to get them that size.
I'm sure, yeah, this is great.
Listen, tell me about spaghetti bolognese, because I know you've been to Italy, right?
I have. And one of the best tips I've gotten about making the pasta side of the bolognese was from a guy who I met who used to live in Italy. Actually, this was long ago. I actually met him. This was weird. He is an American living in the UK who had also lived in Italy. And he was living in a house with a real Italian mama, you know.
Okay, yeah.
And she taught him how to do the pasta, and I learned from him. So the cool thing about it was it's about how long, the whole al dente thing.
Yes.
And then when you cook it, there has to be a little bit of oil and salt in the water.
Yes.
Not too much water.
In fact, a lot of salt, right? Because that's where pasta absorbs all of the seasoning.
Yes.
I've been told.
You've had a lot of these, so you probably know more than I do. But yeah, and then is there more oil somewhere? No. Okay,
well, you're gonna have to make do with what you have.
That's fine, bro. I just had a weekend of camping with my boys, so I can make do.
We'll pass on some oil for you over there.
This is some garlic. I'm gonna add
sneak it in. Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you. Yeah, you can never have too much olive oil when cooking Italian.
Kelly's like our kitchen angel.
Thank you, Kelly.
Whatever you need.
We appreciate Kelly.
There it is.
Yeah. So and then afterwards, this was the big thing that he taught me that I, still today really appreciate. Because I don't know if you've ever done pasta and afterwards it's all like clumped together, sticky. So it's about getting it out early enough, and then also adding olive oil afterwards, mixing the olive oil through carefully, and then you don't get that stickiness.
Oh, okay.
And if it's al dente, it tastes just really cool. It tastes a lot better than, it would have without it.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, afterwards, you're still going to have the residual heat from all of those ingredients cooking it through. So you don't want it too overdone.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you end up with like pop.
Yeah, but in my house, we eat immediately. So got 3 boys. Like, okay,
they're ready to go.
They are fed. It's like throwing a piece of meat to a lion.
Speaking of your household, who's the better cook? Is it you or Let?
That's not on national TV, bro.
Come on, man. We're about that life.
No, my wife, I think, will agree that I'm the one who cooks more and a little bit better. She does cook, but she doesn't love it. It's like it's not her thing.
Yes.
So she's not. Actually, I still have to do this.
But you do.
I do. I actually. Most of what you see here today, I learned from the way my mom does bolognese.
Yes.
And then I picked up some stuff, through experience, doing it a lot on my own, and then, kind of just added my own little things as I went along.
Yeah.
And I used to be in the kitchen with her quite a bit, just learning and seeing how she does stuff.
Wonderful.
And then as a bachelor,
At
cooked a lot. Yeah. Well, at Marty's I cheated because I was studying from home. So.
Oh, okay. So you were still eating mama's meal.
I only really became a bachelor after Idol. So.
Oh, okay. Then you moved into your own place and you were okay. Now understandably.
Yeah.
Listen, if this recipe is taking slightly too long for you, and you feel like you're not going to see the end result of what Heinz does at the end, here's the beautiful picture right here. But you can of course visit our website expressoshow.com to catch this wonderful recipe. So what else do you have?
Are we out of time?
No, we still got a
Okay, so what I normally do is I cook all the fresh vegetable ingredients and then I move it to the side.
Yes.
And then I cook the meat separately. I just need a little bit more heat here.
So you can turn it, I think, clockwise. There we go. Now we got flames.
Yeah.
We got flames.
So I cook the meat separately.
Yeah. Why is that?
Till I just like it when it browned on its own.
Okay, yes.
So that's something I developed on my own. It's probably like breaking a lot of rules, but
no,
you know,
it's how you do it.
It works for me. And then while I've got the meat here, I add a little bit of oil to the meat.
As well?
I add a little bit of the Worcester sauce.
Worcestershire.
And then Worcestershire, and then some oregano, Italian herbs, anything like that, some salt and pepper. I like to work that into the meat while it's cooking here on its own.
I tell you what, I'll complete the rest of the recipe for you.
All right.
Because you have other duties to attend to.
I need to go
right
sing
now.
again, yeah.
You need to go
All
and
right.
sing, and Tabiso is standing by. So let me come over to that side and take over. You can ditch
Don't
the apron
mess
on
it
the
up,
way
bro.
there. Don't worry, no. I got the tips from you. You go ahead. Cheers.
All right, so
okay, Heinz Winckler.
Once that's brown, you mix it all together.
Hey.
Add the one. I have to go. Okay. All right.
So Heinz is going to get ready for his performance. He's performing a song called It's Time from his album The Raw. A very, very successful album it was indeed. And I'm going to finish off this dish over here. And then afterwards, we'll all feast on this beautiful spaghetti bolognese a la Heinz Winckler. Uncle Tabsy, I hope that you came hungry today.